All right, finally some success after debugging some issues with the motor position sensor in the rear. Motor controller, had to set up some stuff there, but also had to fix some bad wiring. We now have a properly running all-wheel drive CRX. So unfortunately I got to reach in with my foot on the throttle here, but pretty fun to see all the wheels turning. And I don't have the power turned up yet or anything. Basically, we're just getting started here. So we're probably gonna set, and I made sure I programmed the two axioms to different numbers. So basically the rear is number 2 and the front is number 1. I just did that way, it's pretty easy. So we'll click over to number 1 and we'll see that I have different inductance and setting and stuff there. And I actually find those numbers work better. So I'm gonna actually copy those numbers over to the rear. It allows me to run higher power more. So once I crank up the currents more, it'll be beneficial. So basically I can go in here, general, current, general. I just want to make sure we're saving the right one. FOC. So I want to look at the encoder position, 268, true. And then if I switch to this one, yeah, it's a different timing setting. So I'll make sure I read them. So this little button lets me read that motor configuration from the rear. This one lets me read the app configuration. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to general. We're going to turn this up a bit. We don't need any more regen. So 600 phase amp should be safe. Everything else should be safe. And then we'll save. We're going to save that. Oh yeah, ABS. I gotta set the ABS current up too. So we'll do that and save that. And then basically, I just want to double check the. So we're in the local, so which I'm connected to the rear axiom with USB cable. You can only connect to one at a time. General. So 173.17.205, and then we'll switch. Just want to look. So 19.168. So I'm going to change this to. What I like to do is just take the 1 off the front, and it's usually good. And then first I should actually read it. And read that because I don't want to change any of the other settings. That's part of why I'm reading it. So we're going to take that off, then we're going to save it. Save it. That allows the higher current control to work better. And then I'm just going to double check. 1773, 205. Yeah, pretty close. 61, 06, 1927. Yeah, close enough. We'll leave it like that for now. And then the front axiom. So now we're switching back there. We're going to read that one. It's already reading it, I'm sure, but I just want to make sure I'm not changing anything that I don't want to be changing. So then we're going to go back in here and change this to 600 and this to 800. And we're going to save. Save. Then we're going to go to real time, go to local, and we'll just do a quick little test on the throttle. Yeah, it's pretty responsive. So we're doing, each controller is hitting peaks you know, peak amperages of 300 phase amps. Not a lot of current, DC current, but just a quick. And that's just unloaded in the with the wheels off the ground. So then we'll be able to test that on the road. Maybe tomorrow or the next day. I'll put a little more charge in the batteries. Like I said, the car's in progress. I want to test all-wheel drive on the road a tiny bit. What was the other thing I want to check? So we can just check RPM kind of thing. And watch the voltage too. Yeah, the voltage drops if you watch that. When you can see the voltage drop down a lot. So let's just do it again. So it drops down a lot. And I bet you if I switch to the front, so this will be the front. That's where the current battery pack's located. I just have a 10 amp. Well, no, sorry, 10 kilowatt hour battery pack under the hood for now, which is only 10C burst, so it's not rated for a ton of power. But if you watch the front voltage, use the brakes a little bit. I don't have regen turned on or anything yet. And so I want to watch it with my eyes because it's hard to see through the camera. Yeah, it's dropping right down, so I'll have to make sure when I do a test on the road, I have to make sure that I, you know, that's fun stuff. It is open diffs too, in which I'm going to address eventually. I'll put some sort of limited slip or something in there to help make sure both wheels spin on both sides at the same time in the future. But I will need to make sure I go in here to general and I set voltage, low voltage cut. So basically, I think I said it correctly, but let's just double check it right now before I forget. So 112 times, let's start the cut at 3.2 volts a cell, 358. And I got it starting at 375 battery voltage cutoff start. So that's above, that's a little bit safe. And then, so let's divide 340 divided by 112. And yeah, it's basically fully cut by 3 volts a cell. So eventually I got to get the BMS and everything communicating too, but that's set somewhat safe just for a quick little test on the road. So I'll put some charge in it tomorrow. And from there, I will try and see if I can get out just for a quick little burn on the road. Like I said, I got lots of stuff to do. I got to mount the rear controller. I had a couple bolts holding it. I'll probably do that again. And then I've got a ton of stuff to do. Damien actually gave me a zombie VCU, zombie Verta VCU. So I'm gonna actually be using that for the vehicle control unit. And that'll be this week. I hopefully start working on getting that set up to do my pre-charge and everything and communicate to the 2 axioms from the throttle. So it'll actually take the dual inputs from the throttle. It'll send it over CAN bus to the 2 axioms. But for now, I'm pretty excited that I finally sorted out the rest of the stuff to make the all-wheel drive CRX at least run. And 600 phase amps is enough to break the front tires loose if they're not perfect, but we need more. And all I gotta do is change the code to allow more phase amps. But that battery under the hood can't do much anyway, so I need to get the race battery built before I do too much testing. This will be good just to do a quick shakedown, hopefully tomorrow, with a fully charged battery. And then what I'll do is basically just make sure all the applying power to the rear feels okay. The suspension, I'll probably adjust the springs. I want to lower the back a bit because it's set too stiff, and raise the front a bit because it's set too soft. And basically just do a quick little shakedown down the street and back, make sure everything feels safer than safe-ish. And then basically a bunch of stuff has to get added and adjusted, and it'll be a big amount of work. But now that it's running as all-wheel drive, this is super exciting, and it sounds proper. It doesn't make those funny sounds from before. Unfortunately, I can't turn the camera around, but maybe I can get a neat little video doing this. Leaving my phone on the floor for an example, maybe. Does this work here? It might work. Quick little the door enough, you can see. That's pretty exciting. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. So, yeah, lots more fun stuff to come. Stay tuned. We're just about to really start kicking ass on this.